picture of this. So if I don't even want to get near it, what I just came up. So I just came up this set upstairs, 28 steps, and I have no idea how I'm ever going to get back down. Probably on my butt, one step at a time.
Again, the community bathroom and shower room.
More stairs.
Inside steps. This is a model of the crew boat. This was where we'd be riding.
This is just a recreational room?
This is recreation room. So TV, pool table, cards, dominoes. Not to do it.
So what is this picture over here that I was looking at? I want to take a picture of this first.
That one?
No. Hold on a second. Let me take this picture here. Yeah, that one with the geysers or whatever those. What are those things coming
Explosions.
up? Explosions.
This is a setup photo. This is not reality. Well, I know you know where it is.
I'm going to have to come by the house, so I can't open those.
4 meals every day because of the 24-hour day operation. It's buffet, so it's all you can eat every meal. In between meals are all the snacks. Cakes, pies, cookies, ice cream. Housekeepers are contracted, so they're not your employees. If it really just doesn't fit with your crew, then it's easy to call the contracting company and say, hey, next crew change, don't send this guy back in. Or if he's really bad, you send him in and call him up and say, hey, you need to get another cook out here to replace him because he's on a chopper headed in. If you spice the food different and you're not willing to change and spice it the way they like it,
you're gone.
They're not going to be happy with you.
Wow.
This is what we're sending down to work in that 12,000 feet of water depth. So the pilot and navigator sit in here in that control van, high and dry, and they send this down with a winch inside the cage. The cage is behind it. So once it's at the water depth it needs to be, they fly it out of the cage. It's tethered from the floating vessel down to the cage, and then it's tethered from the cage to the ROV. Hands are changeable depending on what job you're going to do, depending on what arm or hand you want to use. So you can see this one has an elbow. So this one is very similar to our arm. It can reach around things, but here the hand can spin 360 degrees, parallel. So it will handle things rectangular really well. This hand, as you see, is for round objects. And this arm only extends, it can't reach around. So again, depending on,
Security, yeah, I mean, nobody can just go sign up and apply and...
Yeah. For that division, and one of the instructors that was on here for Oceaneering was called out because he came out of the Navy. He had top secret clearance in the Navy. So he was a good fit.
What do you think they actually do, though? Do you have any clue what they're working on?
Well, you have buried communication lines that are, we bury them, Russia buries them, China buries them, that give hardwired communication. Now, of course, years ago, you were hardwired from the United States to Europe for telephone and AT&T. Well, on the inside, because it has a center post. There's another model of this basket that doesn't have the center post, so you ride on the outside because you don't want to be trapped inside a collapse.
Just hold on for dear life.
Hold on. Start real close. So this is the whole reason we built the rig, is for this work site here.
Why? What is this?
This is the drill floor.
So this is where it all happens.
Yep.
Ah.
So for the technology that's on here, we would drag one single joint of pipe up here, like this joint here, using one of these air tuggers. We'd drag it up and put it in the hole that's below this plate. Once it's there, using this DroneWorks winch, which is attached by cable to that travel block, hanging from that travel block is that swivel hook over there. Hanging from that swivel hook is the Kelly, this tall piece here. So all three of these are hanging over your head as you work here. You lower the Kelly over this joint of pipe, attach the joint of pipe to the Kelly, pick up the joint of pipe and bring it here to where we're actually drilling the hole. So this cable wouldn't be here, this would just be an open-ended pipe. We're going to stab our new joint of pipe on, we've got it threaded. So we've got a chain over here hooked to a winch. We wrap the chain around the pipe, pull the chain, that spins the pipe and threads it together.
What?
Mud pits.
Mud pits?
This is where we mix the drilling mud.
Oh.
So in these tanks is where they'd be mixing the drilling mud, and then from here pumping it down a hole, and then it recirculates back through here to where they'll recirculate it and add more mud. As you get deeper and deeper, you need more mud.
Ah.
So you keep adding mud to the system.
This is a good place to work. It's nice and cool
Yeah.
in here.
Well, and when you do have a breeze, this really gets a nice breeze, you know, through here, so not like a little wind tunnel. We have that personnel basket, we have the crane, so for the students, when they were here for Diamond Offshore Drilling, we put a barge alongside, and then they would take and they'd put half the crew and they'd send them down with a personnel basket to the barge, so they get their first ride on the personnel basket. Look, said, man, I can't work over water.
He can't work over water?
Said, well, you took a job and the name of the company is Diamond Offshore Drilling. Where in that title did you not get an understanding that there was going to be water? But yeah, he quit and he got up here and said, man, I can't do this over water.
All right. I made it back to my car. Totally having a meltdown. Oh my gosh. I'm like dripping. All right. So Jordan couldn't make it for the tour, to give the tour. And so I was given the tour by Virgil, who you saw. So that was pretty amazing because that's an authentic rig, meaning it wasn't gutted for a museum. So the other one was authentic in that it was a real rig, but this one is left exactly the way it was because they actually do training there. So the oil business is down right now. They haven't done training, they said, in a few years. But should that ever pick up again, you know, I'm going to keep my eye out because he said normally there would be a crew in there, the teaching crew, plus there'd be the staff cooking. A lot of people you can actually see doing the work, but that was pretty cool. So again, I would go ahead and come on this tour. It's $8, I think it was. I don't know. I gave him a tip because I'm telling you, anybody that walks anybody, I mean, he took me on this by myself. There's nobody else here because nobody's crazy enough to come out in this temperature to tour a rig. So but that was really nice. He took me by myself. So I would, if you're interested in oil rigs, this is great. I would just probably do it in January because it's super, super hot. So anyway, that is it. Again, this is Kayla's Corner. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. You can like and follow me. I try to find interesting places in little corners of the country. It's the country right now. I'm trying to do small towns, seeing what I can see. And hopefully I'll find something interesting that you might want to put on your bucket list and come and visit someday. So anyway, thanks, and I'll see you at the next corner.